Lancaster area. At the same time, another pursuit going on. That one involves that dark-colored SUV, and that one was apparently a suspect assault with a deadly weapon. That is a different vehicle than we saw being pursued just a little while ago. Again, dirt roads on and off the roads through the high desert. The original vehicle that we were watching, Ford Explorer SUV, both of the left tires were flattened by a not a pit maneuver, a spike strip just a little while ago. I'm not sure that's the same vehicle.
Well, we want to get some more information now. We do have Officer Kevin Tao on the phone. He is joining us now with more information. Officer, we've been saying that this is two separate pursuits happening, but can you clear it up for us? There's an SUV and a sedan involved here as well.
No, I believe those vehicles in the back there, the trailing vehicles, they might be the LA County Sheriff's Department.
So far we've seen
them. Looks like
them,
we're getting ready for a pit maneuver.
They've deployed some spike strips, and now it looks like, as Sandra was saying, they're thinking about doing the pit here. These are pretty desolate roads out there, isn't it?
Yeah, these roads here are kind of narrow, so the officer in pursuit here are going to try and do their best, trying to get in better position to deploy the maneuver.
So this is one pursuit that we are following right now, the Sheriff's Department, the chopper also above. We understand that this was somebody wanted for assault with the deadly weapon. Is that correct, officer?
That is correct. That is the information we collected from the LA County Sheriff's Department.
And can you tell us about the spike strips? We heard that 2 tires were flattened on the driver's side of the vehicle. Is that correct?
That we can see from television. We noticed that we can confirm that probably on the left side, the driver's side, the 2 tires are flat and possibly they're riding on the rim.
And officer, when did this get started originally? We picked it up a little bit into the pursuit already, but when did this get started?
The Sheriff's Department originally had this pursuit started at 11:06 this morning.
Wow.
The California Highway Patrol took over this pursuit at 11:58.
So we're talking about coming up on 1 hour into this pursuit. The driver has been going on and off the dirt roads. What kind of special challenge does that present to the drivers, to the officers who are in pursuit? Because it looks like right now you've got an SUV close in pursuit.
Yes, we do. Currently, the California Highway Patrol, we have the utility vehicle that's in pursuit right now. Anytime this type of vehicle, the suspect vehicle, is also a utility vehicle, and they do go off-road and pose some kind of challenge for us as well.
And officer, it looks every time the patrol car gets closer, the SUV steps on the gas and starts going even faster.
Yes, obviously this individual, trying to avoid being stopped by the officer on the ground in pursuit. He obviously knows some of our technique, and he just doesn't want us to terminate this pursuit.
Have you been able to check the license plate on this SUV? Do we know if the person behind the wheel is the owner of the car? Is this a stolen vehicle? What are you looking at?
So even with us running the license plate, we don't know if this vehicle is stolen. Currently, we do know that the car isn't reported stolen yet. So we don't know who's the driver of this vehicle. The only thing we can do is just stay with the suspect vehicle, and hopefully that he'll give himself up peacefully and come to a conclusion.
Yeah, and so far what we've seen, officer, is that's not what this driver wants to do. We saw him going through dirt roads, into fields, hoping to elude the officers behind him. But I was pretty surprised to see those sedans just follow right along. They were able to go through some of that heavy dirt and brush.
Yes, those are the sheriff's vehicles, so they're able to keep up with most part.
And Officer Tao, looking right now, you've got that SUV creeping up pretty closely on the driver's side of that vehicle. Looks like they might attempt a pit maneuver. We know that these are desolate roads, not a lot of other people out there. So I would imagine that these are pretty good conditions for a pit.
Yes, but even though with the very desolate roadway, we still want to consider the possibility that there may be other motors in the area. And anytime the officers in pursuit are using these type of technique, they have to consider everybody else's safety, including the suspect's safety as well.
Yeah, we just saw some vehicles pass. It looked like one was hauling a horse trailer or a camper. So there are other people out there on the roads, even though we're pretty far out of the city. Again, this is the high desert, the Lancaster area. CHP in pursuit of this SUV you see right there. And these are live pictures coming in. Boy, it looks like you've got officers all over the place out there. And other cars are pulled off to the side of the road. Are your officers going up ahead and giving warning that there is a pursuit in the area?
You know what? Currently, from what we know right now is we have 2 units in pursuit of this suspect vehicle. We have a primary unit and a secondary unit. There may be other sheriff department unit further up ahead to provide security and also notify other motorists of the current pursuit.
And officer, you were telling us right around 11:06 is when the first reports came in of this pursuit. Where exactly do you know this started? Was this all in the Antelope Valley? Has this all been happening in this area?
Currently, what we know is all of this has been occurring in the Lancaster area.
Okay, Lancaster.
All right, so we believe one person inside that vehicle. The original call came out for a person assault with a deadly weapon. Oh, live pictures right there. There's a maneuver, and it looks like they clipped the back of that vehicle off the side of the road, and the driver's going to jump right out. You see him right there wearing a red hat.
He looks very agitated, too. Look at that. Hands are up in the air.
Walking through a cloud of dust. So again, live pictures, the end of this pursuit, an agitated driver who just bailed out of that vehicle after it went off the side of the road, waving his arms around. The officer,
he looks very angry.
He's angry. It looks like he's yelling at the deputies, the officers on the scene out there. So tell us what happens now, Officer Tal. They will stay back until the situation's under control. Is that right? What are they saying to him?
So basically right now we're giving command to basically hands up, just, prone. We want to have them to obey all of our command, like, go down to the ground so that way we can approach him. We also want to make sure that, this person has been reported with the weapon, so we want to make sure that he's not.
Yeah, he's running now. He is not complying with the command. This guy's trying to get away off into the brush, the side of the road. Again, this is the Antelope Valley. We see the CHP officers right up behind him, and he just took off again.
Oh, and here we go.
He's surrounded.
And oh my goodness, he does not want to stop. And he's basically running,
Sandra. He's going to be tackled, and he's on the ground.
Yeah, very
similar. But again, still a dangerous situation because this is a person who we knew had some kind of weapon. Looks like they're getting this situation quickly under control, but obviously this guy was determined to get away. He was agitated, angry, and yelling.